can you bring, so if you go to chat, you should be able to see comments.
On here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go to chat there. At the top. Right at the top. There. Yeah. Yay! Right, I can see your comments now. Thank you so much for joining us today. So yeah, today we are going to, well, it's live now. It should all be live on the website actually now. We are launching a brand new nail art brush collection. So today I'm going to go through what's involved, what we've got, show you all the goodies, and yeah, do a bit of nail art as well. How exciting! I'm really nervous. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think it's because, I don't know if it's because Adam's not here. So between myself and Vanessa and Dan, we set all this up. Adam's not here because he's actually filming a film. He's video. It's like he's cameraman on a film or something. He's or directing or something like that. Anyway, don't really know. But yeah, he's on set. So it just so happens that he's not here. So don't worry about that. You'll have to put up with me for the rest of this little show. I hope you're all well. The good thing about the brushes is they can be sent worldwide. There's no issues, is there? We still can't send them to Europe.
Yeah, we still can't ship to Europe.
Still can't ship to Europe because of Brexit. But we are working on that. We are working on that. But there's like what I'm saying. It's like there's no like limits with liquids or flammable things. So that makes it a lot easier as well. So I've used all the brushes. So these have been in development for quite some time. What I'm going to do is going to flip the camera around just so you can see what I've got in store for you. So they're all rose gold. Now I know that I've had brushes for quite some time, but these brushes are slightly different because a lot of people asked, well, I don't want the Cassidy brush in a double-ended version. I want just a detailer brush, or I just want an art brush. So we've broken them all down. They're all individual brushes. They're actually, we've reduced the price down because we wanted to make them really accessible to everybody. But then they're all rose gold because the rose gold collections always sold so well. It really fits with our branding, obviously, because, you know, look how gorgeous it fits with all the branding. But yeah, so I love them. They've all got the skulls on, which this is different as well for our brushes. This is a new thing. So this one, if those of you that had the Miko brushes, they were a limited edition. So we brought them out in black. And they were a limited edition. They sold really well. Everybody kept asking for them again. But we developed them in 2 individual brushes. So let me just pop those back in that little pot. And Vanessa will monitor the comments. And if anybody's got any questions, she'll try her best to shout them out to me so I can answer them for you. So we've got 2 Miko brushes. Now these brushes are actually named after my sister, my middle sister. Everybody always thinks they're named after me, but she's called Miko. They call her Miko. Like all the mates are like, oh, Miko, you know. So that's why they call Miko. But yeah, but obviously it's my name as well. Just saying. So we've got 2 brushes here. We've got an aqua one, and that basically means it's perfect for aquarelle. So those of you that are familiar with the Aquarelle technique, this is the brush that is perfect for you. So when you get the brush, they will always have this sort of starch layer. So you'll need to crack that. And you want to just gently massage that through the fingers. And you will need to do with this, I'll put my teeth back in. You'll want to do this with all your brushes. So you can see those little fibres will just come off. So support the brush as you do this because you want it to last a long time. Don't just go like whack, 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 whack. You want to make sure you support it. Ignore my nails. My nails are an absolute mess. It's my birthday tomorrow. At some point today, I need to do my nails. So you want to sort of break that seal and get rid of that residue. So that's what that one looks like. And then with the Miko gel, it has a rounded tip. The reason it has a rounded tip is because it is perfect for the wet on wet technique. So I'm just going to break that seal as well with this one. It's nice and sturdy. Ness, could you just grab me that wet on wet technique up there, which is second from the bottom on the right? Yeah. So I'll just show you what kind of things you can create with this brush. Pass me the Aqua one while you're there. While you looked up, second from the top on the, yeah, you've got it. So this brush is perfect to do this technique. Thank you. So with a wet on wet technique, you will pull through. And the reason I've given it a rounded tip is because it's great for doing all these little butterflies and these flower petals. And you want that little round tip to give you that little bit of irregularity around the edge of your petals and butterflies. So that's why that one's perfect for this. So with the Aquarelle, can you see this is an Aquarelle design that I've done before, and we use a brush like this because it holds liquid. And I'm gonna show you.
Can you use these with hard gel?
With hard gel, you can, and you know what? I'll quickly just show you the perfect brush for hard gel. Where are you? Let me just find you. Where are you? Here we are. But if you're using hard gel, this is the perfect brush. So this is the Brendeck. It's named after my nan and granddad, whose house is called Brendeck because it's Brenda and Derek. So yeah, we named it after them. Again, you will have this seal, so you just need to release that seal off the brush. It's a gorgeously soft rounded tip, which is perfect. Also, this brush is also perfect for creating a full cover. If you've got gel paint and you want to cover the nail in gel paint, which is kind of what we do on this one, we do that first. This is perfect for that as well. This brush is also perfect for poly gel or acrylic gel because of its firmness. So it's nice and firm, but the tip is floaty. So you can float with your hard gel. So that one's that. But let me briefly just show you this Aquarelle brush. Just grab a little bit of paper towel.
Whilst you're having that, a few people have said about the gel polish bundle being sold as just the colours. I think it is now available as just the colours, and the lamp's optional.
Ah, yes. So with the Kirsty Meakin gel polish, we had lots of different bundles, and lots of people were asking if they could buy the bundle without the lamp, and we've put that on there now. So we've listened to you.
It's in the image, but it's optional.
It's in the image, but it's optional. Lamp, so yeah. Does it come up as an option on the website, so we can either click it and things like that? Maybe. You see, I leave all the techie stuff to the techie people, and the arty stuff to me. So let me just have a little look what we've got. I'm going to get some paints as well.
Yeah, so down the bottom you have to add it to the bundle now if you want the lamp. So
yeah,
the bundle now comes.
So those of you that are interested in the gel polish range and you want the bundle, which is the full shebang kit, you can add the lamp if you want the lamp. Obviously, we always recommend that you get the lamp because we've tested this lamp to work with my gel polishes. So, you know, but it is optional for you. So at least we've listened to you and we're giving you what you want. So here we go. So I've got a tip here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put gel polish on here so you can really see what I'm working with. And we're going to use, I want to use Swanky. I love Swanky. Now, if you ever want to shake up a bottle of gel polish, don't just grab it and sort of go like this with it. You should I tap it. So if you think, you know, oh, I need to shake that up, which you don't always need to, tap it against your hand. You can roll it as well, which works perfectly with normal nail polish as well. Right, so just for demonstration purposes, I'm not going to put the base coat on, but if you are doing a design, please put the base coat on. The base coat is unbelievably adhesive. Those of you that may have been here when we launched the gel polish range would have seen a little test that we did. And that video is still on our YouTube channel as well. So I'm going to use Swanky. I mean, just look at that colour. I'm sorry, but I love it. Let me see if I can hold it high for you. So you can look at that. How gorgeous is that? Because it's such a long nail, that's why I tend to do the tip first. Just so I can drag through a wet layer. It helps to reduce bubbles. So that's one layer of Swanky. We'll get that in the lamp for 30 seconds. And then you'll need some paint. So we're going to get some paint. I'm just going to use white paint. Today I've got Nail Gaga Colour Splash. It comes in a little squeezable tube. It's very pigmented. We do have a discount code, I think, for Nail Gaga as well. I think it's Kirsty Meakin promo or Kirsty promo. I'll have to find out for you. I'm just going to put second coat of Swanky on. I just want to make sure I get that.
KM promo, all lowercase.
KM promo is the discount code for Nail Gaga. You know, I like to save your pennies. So that's the second coat, and you can see from that first coat you get quite a lot of coverage anyway, but the second coat will give it the true pigment. So when we're doing aquarelle, so it's a watercolor technique. We're going to prepare the brush and we're going to prepare the paint. So we have the paint that we're going to wet down. So we're going to add around 70% water to that paint. So you're making it slightly transparent.
Somebody's asked if men come and get their nails done by you.
I have done men. Can't say they're all straight, if I'm honest. But I don't actually do clients anymore. I just do product development. I teach, so I teach online. Obviously, I do YouTube and do content for Instagram and everything like that, and TikTok. But I teach, and I love teaching. That's like my baby. I absolutely love teaching. So I love meeting people as well. But I have done lots of men. I have done straight men as well. But you know the men I love to do? I like to do the drag queens, darling. And they are definitely women, in my opinion. So we've got the paint here, watered down. What I am going to do is apply our matte top coat. The matte top coat comes in a matte bottle, but you've got the gorgeous rose gold, shiny print. That's how you know it's a matte top coat, because it is matte. The bottle is.
A few people asked about different payment options. In the next couple of weeks, there'll be.
Go on.
It's weird, be brave. Oh my god, it's like a finance option.
The
claw on it. It might not be that one, but it'll be something.
But it'll be something like that.
Yeah, along those lines. I'm not exactly sure which one it'll be, because that's not a me thing.
Okay.
And PayPal as well, because a lot of people have asked if PayPal will be added as a payment option. So there. They're going to be added soon.
That's really good, that is. Because I on loads of websites pay by PayPal and things like that. I do think it's a good option to add, so that's good. We do listen to you, you know.
Just takes time.
It takes time to do, but let us know what you want, and I will try my best to make it happen. So we've got the matte top coat. That colour looks pretty swanky. Pretty swanky. It's pretty swanky, that does. Nice and matte. Right. So, can you see I'm loading my brush? And then what we're going to do is we're going to create a little puddle of paint in a petal shape. I'm going to dry it off, and then I'm going to come back through, and what the brush will do, it will drain off the excess. And let me just go a little bit tighter with this camera for you, so bear with me a second. You know I've not got Adam. Just so you can see a little bit more. So what you get is, so because I know that was very quick, I will show you again. Because I drained it off, what happens is you get this gorgeous crisp line around the edge, and then everything else is really soft. We're going to go again. I'm going to create that petal shape and a little pool of liquid. I dry it off on paper towel, and then I come through to the top, and the brush starts to suck all the excess paint and bring it up. And what I love, absolutely love about this technique is this overlap. How gorgeous does that look? It's not too difficult to do. So you load the brush. I'm going to pull this paper towel in shot just so you can see how much I clean it. I don't want you to miss anything. And we make this shape. This is just a simple flower. Drag it off. And then pull through. And it just drains it off and gives you that gorgeous skeleton-like petal. Skeleton, not Skellington. Skeleton. Oh, common. Can't even speak my own language. There we are again. And what you can do as well is you don't have to fully drain it. You can leave some product here, and then you'll have a little bit more intensity with the colour as that starts to dry. So it's entirely up to you. You can really play around with this kind of technique. One other thing you can do is you can create a marble effect as well.
What paint are you using?
So I'm using the Nail Gaga splash paint in ice white.
So is that
it's acrylic paint. It's acrylic, yeah. It's acrylic paint.
So can people use normal acrylic paint?
Acrylic paint, as long as it's highly pigmented, it'll be good to go. I don't like doing this technique with watercolor paint, because with watercolor paint, because it's quite chalky, when you overlap like this, you actually rub away what was previously there. So because I like this overlapped effect, I prefer to use acrylic paints. So again, I'm overlapping to create this sort of, I always think it looks a little bit like a swimming pool effect. It is marbly, but it is a bit like a swimming pool. So imagine this is blue underneath. You get that kind of effect, don't you? And how much are the brushes again? They're $12.99 each.
Yeah.
The Brendeck is $19.99.
Yeah.
And I'll show you another tool as well in a minute. the bundle, we do a bundle with everything in, which is $15.99, I want to say. Oh, not $15.99, $114.99. They are for everything.
Every brush.
Every single brush. Every single art brush. So yeah, I love this little technique. So I'm going to move on, else we will just be here forever. So that's the Aqua brush. It's made from nylon, so it will not, like with some brushes, if they're made from natural hair, when you're doing this kind of technique, they won't last 5 minutes. Whereas this is nylon, but the way it's shaped has been designed perfectly for the Aqua. So that's the Miko Aqua. Oh, I'm covering everything in paint. Wouldn't take me long to start making a mess. So
it's 7:30 in the morning in New York. I think I just need some water.
Wow, that is pretty cool that you're awake and watching me. I really appreciate that. So let's move on to another brush. So they're the Miko brushes. You've got the gel, you've got the Aqua as well. Then you've seen the Brendeck. We've got Babacass. Now, Babacass and Cassidy One Stroke. If you're into one stroke and love doing one stroke, these are your brushes. They are named after my youngest daughter. So if you look at these, hold on, let me move this out of the way so you can really see the brushes. They are both flat topped. This is the smallest one stroke brush I have ever designed. It is absolutely tiny. So you know when you're doing the inside of petals and your brush just isn't small enough, this is the perfect brush for you. So this is for your normal one stroke technique. Let's break those seals and I can show you them. And we'll do a nail with these. So I always find in myself, this is like personal preference. When I'm doing one stroke, I always found I needed a smaller brush, and no brush that I either had or from a different company or even I'd been to art supplies. I could never find a brush that was small enough to do one stroke with. So these brushes can be used with acrylic paints and they can be used with gel paints as well to create that one stroke effect. It's up to you what you use. They can be used with gel polish as well, obviously, but to get that really crisp effect, gel paint and acrylic paint will always give you the best result. So I made it even smaller, and like I actually had to really argue with the manufacturer because they were like, are you sure you want it that small? And I was like, yes, I want it that small. I told them exactly the measurements and everything. I want it that small. It needs to be that small. These are nails. They are so small. They are minute. Some people come in the salon and their nails are really small. They have like tiny baby hands and they want one stroke, and you're like, okay, I'm wanting that. So yeah, but I wanted to get even more detail into a one stroke effect, which I absolutely love doing. So that's why we made it like super small. So I will get a nail ready. Background colour. What shall we use for my background colour? I think we go with I think where's that one? Where's my favourite? Where's that? No, that one. I want that one.
See that one that's fell down on the top shelf? There's one that's fell.
Oh, no, sorry. There. Kit Kat. So this one It's called Kit Kat. And Kit Kat is currently at the vets. She's not been very well. But we're not going to talk about my cats because I'll start to get really emotional because we've had quite a traumatic weekend. But yeah, enough about them. Why did I pick this colour when I knew it was going to trigger me? I'm like, okay. Anyway, I love this colour because it's like the pores of my dear babies. So this is a gorgeous blush pink. I absolutely love it. It's like, it reminds me of like my lipstick as well. I like wearing lipsticks this kind of colour. Like that pinky, blushy nude. That's one coat of Kit Kat. So pop that in the lamp. 30 seconds. We'll do 2 coats of that. So when you're doing one stroke, you want to use obviously a light colour and a dark colour, so you've got the 2 different sides. And the reason that I've developed these flat at the end is because when I teach one stroke, a lot of people having a slanted brush really got confused when it was going into the actual paint, and because one side, the higher side, had to be a certain colour, it had to be the lightest colour, and it got confusing. This just eliminates the confusion and makes it a little bit easier. So I'm just going to grab some paints. Oh, we've done 30 seconds. Let's whack this in while I get the paints. Second coat. Let me move that.
A lot of people asking about acrylic brushes.
Right, so acrylic brushes. I promise you that they will be here soon. But when we had the delivery of brushes, the acrylic brushes should have been in the parcel. And guess what? They weren't. So, after a lot of investigation, honest to God, I will tell you when these acrylic brushes are here, because they will be beautiful. I promise you. They will be worth the wait. Please persevere. I know it's hard, but I promise you they are coming. But yeah, blame the delivery people and things. Well, at the minute in England, we are struggling to get fuel. So petrol and diesel, you can't even get it because, you know, everybody's panic buying because the government have told everybody there's going to be a shortage. There's going to be a shortage, but there's not going to be a shortage. Like, there's not a shortage of diesel and petrol. There's a shortage of drivers.
There was 2 companies. One had a shortage of drivers. I think the other one looked like they would have an issue with having enough drivers. There is enough fuel.
Oh yeah, there's enough fuel.
There's plenty of fuel.
It's just that everybody's panic buying now.
So now they've panic buyed. They've still not got in.
So they've not got enough fuel
to get the fuel to the garage that they're not panic buying.
So they've got to get the guys to get the fuel to the garages or the gas stations to restock.
And you can't just be any old lorry driver. I think you have to have an extra license because it's all, you know.
Well, it's like driving a bomb. Yeah. Driving a bomb, pretty much. So because the government have put this out there, this propaganda, saying that there's going to be this shortage, everybody's just panic buying fuel. And if you think about it, I'll have a little rant about this now. There are people out there that really need to get to work, like carers, for instance. You know, if you've got a elderly family member that needs a carer, or a disabled family member or friend that needs a carer, and they can't get their fuel because you're a greedy mother there, then thanks. That's really nice of you. So only get the fuel if you desperately need the fuel. Stop being greedy. Okay? Karma will come and bite you right on the arse and maybe the face. Anyway.
Back to brushes.
Back to brushes.
Would you ship to America? Someone's just asked.
Do we ship to America? Yes, we do.
It takes a while in customs sometimes.
Yeah, that is very true.
It's always an unknown amount of time.
Yeah, because, you know, customs love to really mess us about, which is great. So things will take longer to get, obviously, overseas to like America and Canada, but we do ship there. I'm just choosing colours now. I'm just being indecisive. Anybody got any questions? No questions?
I think I've asked those before.
Ah, here we go. I see.
So, Mr. Beginning, what payment options will you be offering?
Do you want to tell them, Vanessa?
We will have a version of Klarna or ClearPay, whichever one we end up with, and PayPal will also be an option shortly too, because everyone loves PayPal.
Yeah, everybody does love the old PayPal.
I use it a lot as well.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not somewhere you've used before, it's like, we'll do that through PayPal.
Yeah, it's safe. We'll do it for PayPal, it's safe. So while those are in the lamp, I'm going to add some water to these paints, because especially this green.
What products are you using for one stroke?
So I use acrylic paint, and I've got nail gargars paint. Also, good paints are, oh, do you know what? I think I could have a brainwave.
You had a mackerel.
I couldn't find all my paints. I was like, I can't find all my paints. I can only find certain paints. So I might even do a different colour now. So I've got loads of like nail gargar ones. I have got, oh, there's, I've got, these are nice as well, the indigo ones. I don't know if anybody's used the indigo paints. They're quite nice as well. They're quite a nice consistency when they come out. I'm definitely going to clean this off and use these, because this one's so dry. Because this is so dry, it needs water. And obviously then that's an extra step. And we love everything to be nice and quick. If we can get a paint that is the correct consistency or viscosity, you know, then that makes life a little bit easier. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use these are the Nail Perfect ones, which this one is in violet. Very, very, very similar to the Nail Gargar ones, if I'm completely honest. Nice and pigmented. That's what you like. When you wind that up, very much the same as the Nail Gargar one. Make sure you take off the excess from that.
That's just as a smaller gel polish bundle. The silver bundle has 10 gel polishes in.
Yeah, so the silver bundle has 10 gel polishes in. So that's quite a neat way of just getting some, you know, really cool colours, but not having to splash out, you know, a massive amount of money.
You can either have it with the big lamp or the small lamp.
Yeah, so we have the big lamp, which is great for salons, and then we also have a handheld lamp. And do I have one to hand? Do I? Let me see if I can find. Do I have one? I don't know if I've taken it to the studio. But if you go on to, if you go on the website, you'll see the different lamps. So we've got the main lamp, which is, it actually lights up pink as well. So that's like amazing. And then we've got a mini lamp, which is great for use at home, or flash curing gel paint, or flash curing when you're applying stones and things like that. So here we go. I've matte top coated the Kit Kat colour, and then what we're going to do is, you always need to prepare your brush. Prepare your brush by putting it in water. Yeah, clean it off, shape it, and then what you want to do is sort of like just tap it clean so it's still damp. A damp one stroke brush is always the way forward.
Do we ship to Australia?
We do, don't we?
Yep.
We do ship to Australia.
Um,
So one side the purple, one side the white. We're going to pull one side, flip over, pull the other side. You can see as you pull through, the product blends. That blend needs to happen on the brush. So when you come to do your one stroke, it blends perfectly onto the nail.
someone's asked, are they all nail art brushes? And someone else has also asked about the acrylic brushes.
Yep, they are all nail art brushes today. There is, well, not actually, that might be telling a lie. There is a gel brush, which is perfect for hard gel or poly gel, you know, your acrylic gel.
Will you be doing acrylic powders?
Will we be doing acrylic powders? Wow. I'll give you a guess. You take that from me.
Yeah.
Think it's good.
Hello?
So, can you see those little strokes that we've done? I'm going to reload. See how I've cleaned off my brush? Reload again, tap, tap, so you have it. Can you see how it's damp? Hold on, I'm going to focus there. Can you see how that's damp? That's going to help you. And again, create that blend, turning your brush over. And I keep the lightest colour on the outside. We give it a little bit of a wiggle. We do have on the Kirsty Meakin Academy page, which you can find at the bottom of the kirstymeakin.com page. If you go onto that page, you will find a one stroke practice sheet as well.
She's fine. It's they just need you to speak to your insurance.
Right, okay. Did
All
you
in
see
one.
Okay. Sorry, the vets have just called about Kit Kat and I might have
Panicked.
slightly panicked there. But Vanessa took the phone call and everything's fine. I just need to speak to the insurance. I love how we're just sharing all the like, you know, personal shit online with you, Duck. Right, so here we go. It's so easy to use, honest. It's about getting this blend. Blend, 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 blend. And we blend and we do a bit more blending. And then we're happy. And then we go boo, 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 like that. Boo, 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 like that. And that was off camera. What a dick. Right.
It's delayed, so I can't.
Yeah, the
See what
screen.
you're
Yeah,
doing.
the screen that Vanessa's watching is actually delayed. while I was going boo, 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 boo. Ah. Okay, right. I'm going to change brushes now. I'm going to clean that brush out. Make sure you clean this out. Clean it out with water. You don't need to use anything else because this is just acrylic paint. You're just using water. Make sure you completely clean it out. If you leave paint at the stock end of this brush, the brush will not move properly. It needs to be able to move like this. So if you mess it up down here, it will affect the movement. So keep everything nice and clean, 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 clean. Reshape it. You can pull it between your fingers. This is what I do. Repinch that brush. Then put the lid on. It's so important to use your lids. It'll protect your brush. It will stop it from getting all kinds of crap on it, like dust and all that.
People are asking what time it is here.
It is T-minus 12:47. I don't know why I said T-minus.
I don't know, because that's like
That's
a
a
countdown.
That's a countdown, yeah. So it's 12:47 in the afternoon. So yeah, we're nearly we're pretty much on lunch. So cheers everybody. Yeah, can only have one of them. Got to go get the cat later. Here we go. So this is, so can you see? I want you to compare size. So look at this brush is going to give you so much more control when it comes to doing those centre parts. So if loads of you are struggling with one stroke, but you love the effect, but you like this brush, I'm going to throw it in bin. Well, maybe the brush is just a little bit too big.
What is the best transfer gel to?
Transfer gel, I like using, there's a nail alchemy one and there's also a Lucente one. They are both as good as each other. So we're doing the same here. We're loading one side with white, one side with purple. So I've got two contrasting colours that blend beautifully on the brush. I am going to come around here and do a side swipe here and a side swipe here.
Someone's asked, do you prefer to use a slanted or flat one-stroke brush, or does it just depend on design for you?
To be honest with you, I prefer a flat one because it doesn't matter which side I put the paint on. I can turn this brush and do it however I want to, where a slanted brush you're a little bit more limited on the placement of the brush. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now let me just see if we can get any more out of this. Yeah, we can. We've still got enough of it.
If you're going to bring out nail art, like foils and other things.
Do you know what? Our business will just keep developing and developing and developing, and whatever you want, and we will definitely listen to you guys, and we will take on board everything that you want, and we will definitely listen to that. But it will develop and we'll get more and more. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just do this little sort of N shape here. So one tiny little N shape. Now that needs to be dry before we go over the top. So each petal that you work on really needs to be dry before you work over the top of it, because you're just going to smudge. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to come in the center of that and then flick around as if that's wrapping around. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do one here. Yeah, definitely going to reload my brush. Oh, there we go. Because I want that to be a little bit brighter. And I'm just going to connect there. So it's a much easier brush to use to do those petals in the centre because it's so freaking tiny. It's so tiny. So there you are, that's that brush. Well, those brushes. So those are our one-stroke brushes, which are the Cassidy one-stroke and Babacass. So your Babacass, which is named after my daughter, and obviously Cassidy, the Cassidy one, is named after the same daughter, because Cassidy, her nickname is Babacass, and because it's smaller, that's why we called it Babacass. So we've got the one-stroke one, and we've got Babacass as well. Those are your two brushes there for that. Okay, let's grab.
One of the comments says, I can't even draw a stick man. Wish I could do this. That's me.
Oh. Now this brush is one of my favourites. Not going to lie, use it all the time. It's called the Lily Liner, named after my sister, my middle sister, Lily. She's got too many things named after her. Do you know what?
She's so greedy.
She's greedy, man. She's got the two Miko brushes. She's got the Lily Liner. She's got a Lily Gel Polish. She's got, I think she's going to get too big for her boots, so we keep naming stuff after her.
Someone asked about a rough time frame for Europe, but we just don't. No. Many hoops need jumping through.
Many hoops need jumping through, yes. I mean, I'd like to say a couple of months, but it's, you know, like paperwork that they take ages to do and stuff, and checks and all that. It's like, it's not us, it's them, and I'm definitely blaming other people for this. But yeah, we'll do it as quick as we possibly can, because at the end of the day,
There is a lot of daft hoops there.
it is. It's just stupid, really.
Or Brexit related. Someone's asked if you could possibly do something Halloweeny for in your demo today.
Oh,
Halloween.
Halloween. Well, we can do it.
We are.
Yeah.
Not quite in October, but
We're not quite in October, but
I
we
have
will.
pumpkins in the house, so.
Yeah, Vanessa's like very keen on the old Halloween. I am as well, to be fair. I do quite like it, but Vanessa's already bought pumpkins. It's September.
Then you know there's a shortage everywhere.
Pumpkins will be all mouldy by the time it's Halloween.
Unless you cut them.
Really?
You cut into them, they go to mush.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
I thought
they're
that
not
they'd just be
they're
like...
just solid, untouched. I've washed them because they were dirty, because they come out of the ground.
Yeah.
Other than that, the ground.
They are very nice, though. They're very nice pumpkins. You've got 3 different pumpkins. Very beautiful. But yeah, well, we could do something like that. So I'm going to show you the Lily Liner. The Lily Liner brush. So this brush is, I don't know how many millimetres is it? Hold on, I'll bloody tell you. Yeah. I know people like to know this, you see. That doesn't go as wide as I'd like it. That's not going to do it. Where's my measuring device? No, I can't find my measuring device.
That one. It's a bit excessive.
This is a bit excessive. It's a digital one. Go big or go home. So that's the tip. So look, this is giving it super precise. That is 11.6 millimeters. Hold on. Is that precise enough for you? I'm not sure it needs the 0.6, but 11 millimeters. So you've got an idea of what the length is. I don't like really, really super long liner brushes because you lose control of them, and they tend to be quite thick and don't like them. They need to be a certain length. So I have many lengths made from the manufacturer, and this was my favourite. Not just because it's the other thing that the other reason I love it so much is because it's not just a liner brush. You can do other things with it. But I do love the lines on. So I'm going to come back to our aquarelle nail. And I'm going to get some, you can use acrylic paint or you can use gel paint. So lay it down, drag down, perfect straight line. So if you love doing line work, this brush gives you great control. And what you can do is, see, I'm going to go over and over this so I can make that even thicker. But it'll still be straight. You can do little swirls with it as well. But there will be a longer swirl. So let's get the...
You're out of shot.
Oh, there we
go.
So place down, bit of pressure, soft, light pressure. There we are. Got a swirl. Press to get the bulk of the product there. Light pressure, swirl round, steady yourself. This part here, steadying yourself, is the most important part. I'll just add a tiny bit of water, give it a little bit of a twirl. Now, can you see there's a bit of water on that stock end? Take that off. You do not want that to run onto your beautiful design. Again, you can create these gorgeous little swirls. Clean it off again. Make sure you always make sure that that stock end of the brush is nice and clean. Don't let that get clogged up.
Are you still using acrylic paint?
Yeah.
So do you use acrylic painter's paint?
Acrylic painter's paint?
I think they mean as in, like, you know, you're painting
art paint.
Yeah.
Well, these are made for nail art. So if you're going to use acrylic paint from like a hobby store, that it can be risky because there's a lot of poor quality acrylic paint out there. If it's cheap, it ain't no good. Like, honest to God, if it's cheap, there's a reason it's cheap. You can look on the bottles and they should have a pigment guide, so they'll have 5 dots. 5 dots means it's like mega pigmented. 3 dots means it's all right. Yeah, it's all right. But you know, so I always go to 3, 4, or 5 dots. But if you're using artists, but if you're using artist paint, the struggle is the consistency of the acrylic paint will always be thicker than it's needed for nail art. So if you buy a nail art paint, it should generally be thin enough to be able to be used, thin enough but thin enough but pigmented enough to be able to be used on nails. So there is issues with buying artist paint. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but you have to do more manipulation with the product to get it to work. Does that make sense? Right, so another brush, let me show you another brush. So we have the Cassidy Detailer, and I'm going to show you the, where are you?
Has the gel polish got a tacky layer?
Gel polish has a very slight tacky layer.
But the top coat doesn't.
Top coat doesn't, no. Top coat and the matte top coat have no sticky layer, but the colours have a slight sticky layer. They're not heavy with a sticky layer. So you know some like are really like slippy and slidey. They're not like that, but they do have a sticky layer, but just like. So I'm going to show you here now. We've got two brushes. We have, oh, hold on. We've got the Cassidy Detailer and the Messy Nessie. The Cassidy Detailer is obviously named after my daughter Cassidy.
She's got a few, hasn't she?
She's got a few as well, yeah. The Messy Nessie is named after our Vanessa, you know, head of like graphic design and all that stuff. She's got her own brush. Amazing.
Oh, dear.
So
We need a chart.
well, we wouldn't survive.
We're gonna have to have like a litre chart of Lily's probably top.
Oh,
Then Cass.
yeah. Well, you might be top one day, Jock.
I'm alright.
At least you've got a brush named after you, unlike some people who might know, friends and stuff. So these two brushes, you can see the difference there. We've got, this is shorter than the, if you're thinking about the Lily liner. Where's my Lily liner gone? Where's it gone? Where's my Lily liner? There. I'm going to show you next to each other so you can see the difference. So we've got, this is the Lily liner. Middle one's the Cassidy Detailer. And then this one is the Messy Nessie. And I'm not saying that Vanessa is messy, but some may say.
It's organised.
Listen, do you know what? I'm probably even more messy, really.
That's a definite.
You know, creative mess, definitely.
Do I zoom out a bit?
I'm not going to zoom out and show you sheer devastation going on my desk. Right, okay, so we've got Cassidy Detailer, Messy Nessie. So the Messy Nessie is shorter and finer, yeah? Making sure that you're not as messy as Nessie.
You think one day it'd be nice if I was tidy?
Do you know what? I'd love to be tidy, but I've just not got it in me. Not got it in me at all. So we need to break the seal. Be very gentle with these brushes. So these are also nylon, but they're nylon, but some nylon brushes I've used, you know, like them really yellow ones. Here, I'll show you like a really naff one here. Like these. This is nylon. This is terrible nylon. This is really bad. Won't last 5 minutes, just disintegrates. This nylon is that fine that it gives you an effect of being real natural hair. So it works, it glows really nicely, but it lasts as well. You need to take care. Oh, really? Have they asked that? Oh, some people have asked a question with a name of a brand that I no longer work for and haven't done since January. It's September. Did you not get the memo? I do not work for that brand beginning with an N anymore. And there are very strong reasons why. We won't go into it today. I will leave that for another day. But yeah, just saying. So, I'm going to show you these now, just so you can see the difference in the fineness of these gorgeous brushes. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the Cassidy Detailer. Now, I love doing hand painted nail art when it comes to doing like butterflies and portraits. These two brushes will be used throughout the whole of that process. Nothing else will probably be used, if I'm completely honest. So down, and can you see the difference between those two? So I'm pressing the same as I did with the other one, but you can see that they are finer.
So we'll be sticking with the rose gold brushes or doing any more of the umbrella black ones?
Well, we'll see how it goes for now. If you desperately want them, keep saying it, and we will do it. So this is the Messy Nessie. Now this will go super fine. And what I will do with this, and it's perfect for this, is I'm going to edge around my little petals. And I'm just adding a little bit of white just to enhance the highlights. Because it's such a small area as well, it's the perfect brush for doing this. Because you need minimal paint, but you need all the control. So because it's shorter, you have even more control. So if I was doing a portrait, I would do all of the detail work with this brush because it will just be perfect. Other brushes, they will be too big to do the detail work. So here.
Yes, I did like
Is this someone? There we are. Sorry, I think somebody's at the door. We're doing this from home. Just saying, this is my nail room / office space. But I think somebody's at the door, and it might be a net. Some of you might have seen a net on the YouTube channel. We always say she's the Olympic athlete. Not like gymnastics athlete. She's not really. She's far from it. So that is the Messy Nessie Cassidy detailer. So you can see the difference between those. Sorry, I was looking down thinking I was on camera there. So you can see the difference there, and they give different effects. So what else have we got for you today? Now I've got a brush that I was so excited to do. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm just really happy to be able to do this brush. Because there are many brushes like this around, but not the same as this. And I trialed many brushes until I drove the manufacturers nuts, which is normally what I do, to be honest. And this brush is named after our worst client ever, Faye. So she's like so excited about it. And it is called, let me show you. So it's called the Fade brush because it's an ombre brush. And it has a nice, let me just break this seal. It has a nice firm bottom. Now we all like a nice firm bottom, don't we, Doc? We all like a nice firm bottom. So it's got nice firm bottom with support here. And then it's got feather-like tips. So these bristles are super soft. And there's a few different things that you can do with this brush. Obviously, you can do an ombre. We'll do that today. But we can do some other things as well, which I'm pretty excited about. Everything all right? Yeah, was it a net?
She's going to come back later.
She's got to. Was she like, oh, she's working? Has she been messaging? But she's been messaging me and thinks she probably thinks I'm ignoring her. But like, I'm sorry, darling. I'm doing a live. I'm live to the world. How many have we got on? Oh, we're doing all right. The figures, aren't we? I love it. Wood rose gold go with an ivory and gold dress, wedding dress. Well, I think rose gold and silver all go together. I really do. It depends what kind of rose gold. So some people perceive rose gold as an iPhone rose gold, which isn't really rose gold. It's like a metallic pink, whereas this is rose gold. So, but either of those colours, I think would work. But it depends on the design. It totally depends on the design.
Do you want to do a quick little recap of what's new today for people that
Right, yes, I will do a quick recap before we start messing about with the fade brush. So we've done the Aquarel brush. So this is, sorry, let me just change camera. Clearly I haven't got Adam. So we've got the Cassidy Detailer, the Messy Nessie, we've got the fade. We're going to go through that in a minute, but we've got the two Miko brushes that are, we've got the Miko Gel and the Miko Aqua. Let me show you these as well. We've got the Messy Nessie and the Cassidy Detailer. Having a lid on your brush is vital to its longevity. We've got the Lily Liner, which is just over 11 millimeters long and super skinny. I'm dropping stuff now. And I can't pick it up. I don't think you are. There's too many wires. So we've got the Cassidy one stroke and we've got the Baba Cass. So those are both used for one stroke. Don't get me wrong, you can use them with gel paint as well, and gel paint or gel polish, but you can use them with gel acrylic paint. That's what I've used them with today, is acrylic paint, but they can be used with other products. However, I use them predominantly for the one stroke technique. Then we have,
how much are the brushes?
The brushes are $12.99. The Brendeck brush, which is the gel brush, is $19.99. But all the others are $12.99. We do a bundle of the full kit, which is $114.99. And then we've got the fade, and then we'll do some fades in a minute. But this is the other brush.
They are all on the website.
Yeah, they're all on the website, ready to pop in your basket. This is called the 3D Adam. This is a vegan 3D brush. The reason we named it after Adam is because Adam is probably far from a vegan. He just eats meat all the time. So I just thought it was really funny to call this brush after Adam. So it's a synthetic 3D brush. Now, we recommend you use it with the high viscosity gels. So if something is like a pasteline gel, so let me just break that seal. So a pasteline gel is a lot thicker, or if you do 3D work with your acrylic gel or poly gel, this is the perfect brush for you. It will also work with acrylic, don't get me wrong, but I predominantly use it for gel. I keep this for my gel because I don't want to use my acrylic 3D brush for gel. I like to keep them separate. I'm not into sharing. So this is the brush. It goes to a beautiful point, so you can create loads of gorgeous designs with that. It's nice and firm to press out, but it still holds that gorgeous point. So yeah, that's the 3D Adam brush. The last brush slash tool is, let me just pull out a little bit on this camera. Oh, wrong way. The last tool is the Abba. So this is a double-ended sponge tool that has 6 sponges with it. And you use this for like your aero puffing, or you can create gel paint ombres with it. It's quite a neat tool that makes things really quick. So that's why we've got this, because it's just super easy to use. Don't try and clean these ends. They need to be disposed of. I mean, I've done it, but they never work quite the same. I always just get rid of them. So that is the Abba. And the Abba is named after my youngest sister, who was called Abby. So Abby.
Family tree.
I know. But we call her Abby. So I was like, when we got this product, I was like, I know who I'm naming that after. Just the perfect person for it. Abba. So that's that. So if you get the bundle, that comes in the bundle as well, the full nail art bundle. So what I'm going to do for you now is do you a ombre with the fade brush. We're going to do a few different techniques with it. Let me get all these gorgeous brushes down and just so nice together. Oh,
If you have a store.
If we have a store, we don't have a shop. We have a .com shop. We don't have a physical store. Maybe one day we will. You never know. Things just develop all the time, don't they, and progress and all that. So maybe, yeah, take on a life of their own, definitely. Yeah.
You can order to America from the website. Just takes a bit longer.
Yeah, you can. You can order to America. I want to know, has anybody got anything funny to say today? I need to hear. I've had a really tough weekend. I really need to hear something nice and funny. So if you've got a funny story, whether it's like a client story, you know, that it'll just be between us, you know, well, nobody else will know. But if you've got something funny, let me know, because I need a giggle.
There's a little delay from
I'm going to base coat this one. Is it my, is he doing my lawn? Yeah. I didn't know there was something. Right, I just want to show you something about this base coat here. This is the easiest way for me to show you. I'm going to put some base coat on the end of the finger, and I'm going to put it in the lamp. So I'm going to put it in for 30 seconds.
Somebody keeps their dabby sponge,
Yeah.
technical term, right? In an airtight container, so you can use it for that colour again.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Airtight container that doesn't see the sunlight if it's gel paint. That's very good. I mean, I think you could probably wash it out again if you were doing just like acrylic paint, but I just think they're never the same. Maybe I'm just too fussy. So,
Never ever use that word to describe you. Ever. Honest.
So this is the base coat, yeah? I'm going to wipe off the sticky layer with our clean-up solution. And then what I want to show you is me trying my best to get this off. So the nail flexes, maybe not as much as skin, but because the skin is flexing so much, that's why I really want to show you how flexible it is. So I am going to try and get the end, you know, like the edge, the very edge of it, and try and peel it off. Now, I don't recommend, obviously, you put gel polish or gel paint or anything on your skin, but I'm showing you just for the purposes of the video. I cannot get this off. Literally, I'm trying my best. Do you know you want that satisfaction from like a peel? And do you know what it's actually doing? It's touching the skin off. This. Oh, that's skin. Oh yeah, that's skin. That's definitely skin.
Someone's asked if you have your own line now.
Yeah, so I have my own line of gel polish. You can check it out at www.kirstymeakin.com. I'm just going to file off the rest of that base coat. But yeah, just what it's so adhesive. So if you have any trouble with your gel polishes, you know, it's perfect. It's perfect. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do an ombre from... This is the colour Haley, and this is Whiteout. How have I managed to get pink on that? I don't know. I think that's actually ink when I've been messing around and doing ink designs. So what we're going to do first of all is I'm going to get the white. I'm going to show you a few different ways to create a blend. Yeah. So yes, we are in the process of adding PayPal to the payments. So there are a few ways to blend. For this one, we've gone half and half. We've done half and half. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through this way with the brush. So you want to go through about 10 times first, and then slowly move up and down, which will merge those colours together.
Someone's beagle ran that fast that the front feet went under them. She did a little roll. She rolled 3 times, jumped up, kept running like it never happened.
Really? like a commando roll.
She meant to do it honest.
Yeah, she's just like, woo, look at me.
I don't mind. She's not the bride.
So we're going backwards and forwards. Now I'm coming down. And then as you build up product on your brush, if you think there's too much, then you can always take that off. But I'm going to go through that white now. And we're going to blend up. So this is how you do your horizontal ombre.
A couple of people have asked, should we store the brushes lying flat then?
Now, because you're going to clean them before you do anything else with them, you can store them brushes however you want, upside down. You can have them spinning on a record player. You could do anything with them because you can clean them. So some people think, oh, you have to leave it in the pot like that. And that, do you know what? Sometimes it's just how you feel. If you want to leave it in the pot like that with its lid on, obviously, then that is absolutely fine. You can leave it the other way around. because it's going to be clean. If it's an acrylic brush, we do recommend you leave it down like that, but it doesn't matter, because as long as you clean your brush and you look after your brushes, it really doesn't matter. When it comes to your gel brushes, I like to clean gel brushes with our base coat. So we're clean through with the base coat, and what that does is it takes all the pigment out of the brush, and then you will drag through with a lint-free pad to take off the excess. Put the lid on, no light gets in, there's no drippy gel, but there is that little bit of tiny bit of gel in that brush helping you to work when you start again. You don't have to like prepare your brush, it's already done. So that is one coat doing your horizontal ombre, and that's just one coat. You repeat that again and it'll be tickety boo. I'm not going to repeat it again because we're going to move on. We'll be here 5 million years.
Not only people watching, there is an American bulldog called Gucci watching.
Oh, the Gucci! Gucci! That just finds me another nail.
What's a vegan brush?
So a vegan brush is a brush that is not made from animals. So I'm not saying it's vegan like you can eat it. Don't be eating it, because yeah, the crystals might get a little bit crunchy. You might have a little bit of digestion problem. You might have to go to the hospital. So yeah, don't do that. But it's vegan in the way that a normal 3D Klinsky brush isn't. So there's no animal products involved at all, and there isn't in any of the art brushes. So let me grab another nail. She says,
will you bring back acrylic brushes?
of course, always. They're on the way. We just need to murder somebody to get them, if I'm honest. Oh, maybe that was me speaking out of turn. Where are my other tips gone? I had so many tips.
People are asking, have you not got a brush after your oldest daughter, Alicia? Alicia is the acrylic.
Wow, Alicia is the acrylic brush. She also has a 3D brush as well. And Izzy, my best friend, also has a brush, and that's an acrylic brush as well. That is floating in currently pending, but on its way. So, where have gone my... Oh, here we go. Funny stories.
The dog was the one.
Yeah.
That's all of that.
What size acrylic brush would you recommend for a learner? A size 10. So our Izzy brush is actually a size 10, and that brush was developed for beginners because the size 12 can be quite overwhelming to newbies. So we developed a size 10 that would really help beginners because they wouldn't get overwhelmed with the sheer size of it and everything. Right. Here we go. So we're going to do the ombre, but we're going to do it with a different technique. Then we're going to go 3/4 of the way up. And then we're going to meet that with the colour Haley. This colour Haley is named after Adam's beautiful wife, or Ever Suffering wife. I think so. And then you're going to take your brush. We're going to tap into the colour Haley with feather pressing. And we're going to start to mix these colours as we slowly move down.
Someone's saying they can't check out because there's no shipping options, but they're in the EU and still can't ship to the EU.
Yeah, so if you're in the EU, then that's why you're having problems.
Soon, hopefully.
Pull that down. I'm going to drag off the excess. And I'm going to go again. So now do you see why I started with the white further up? Because I knew I was going to pull down this colour and meet the white, and I knew it would spread further. So that's why we put the white 3/4 of the way up. I find this like quite therapeutic. Yeah.
There's a British Bulldog cross staffy also watching on the TV.
Oh, I love it! All the pets are involved. I love it. We should like see if we can get the pets chasing things on the screen. Right, I'm going to cure that. And you would repeat that to get a stronger, not stronger, more graduated fade. So it'll graduate even more. So if you look at that. I just don't want to repeat too much because I know we've been on here for quite a while and I don't want to lose you all. And I know you've got, you know what I mean? You've got shit to do, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? Some of you have got to take kids to school or pick them up or have your dinner or feed the dog. So I don't want to keep you forever, but I want to just show you as much as I can in the short time we have. So this is the nail from before, and I'm just going to use that to show you something quite cool that we can do with this fade brush, because it's not just for fading. Right, let me pick some colours. If we pick up no, we need like I always think the colours that I like, everybody else won't like. Because I like weird stuff. Do you know what I mean? Right, so what I'm going to do is I've got the colour Thin, which is our lovely blue. I'm going to pop some of that onto my little palette.
What happened to the sweatshirt? I love the cute ones.
Oh, I've got it still there. Yeah, it's still available. It's still available. Isn't it linked on the KirstyMeakin.com?
Yeah, it's moved whilst the website.
Yeah, so if you go to the
bottom,
right to the bottom of the KirstyMeakin.com page, you'll see the merch and you can click on it. It's a big cartel link that you can go to. It's a separate link. It's like my thing. But yeah, have a little look. Right, I'm going to use this one is Lucy, which is gorgeous teal colour. So we've got Lucy and Thin. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put base coat onto the top of this nail. But what I want you to do before you do that is put a little bit of base coat onto your brush, pull through, and press. Can you see how you've got those little spiky bits now? Because the gel is in the brush, so it separates all the bristles. Let me move this out of the way so it pulls them together, kind of like when your eyelashes are wet. So when your eyelashes are wet, they all like bunch together, don't they? And if you press like that, it will just widen them out, yeah? Rather than being feather. Okay? So that's your first step. Then you're going to put base coat.
Will people have asked about the brush case?
Oh no. You know what? I just don't think anything will beat the leather ones that we did, but you know, it's hard. What I'm going to do is take the brush. Can you see the colours there? I'm going to put a little bit of that blue on there, a little tea, a little bit of that on there, and a little bit of white. I'm going to pat. Make sure I'm spread like that. And then I'm going to start to pat these little dots and markings into the wet base coat. Keep it down. And let that move a little bit. So leave it just so it moves a little bit. And it looks nice with the ombre in the background. And then we're going to wipe off the excess. And you can take your base coat, pull through, and we're going to clean this off. So it's nicely shaped, and then you'll put your lid on, yeah? So while that's moving, put your lid on. So can you see how we get this like crazy little pattern? And just leave it until you're happy with how much it's moved. The other thing you can do is you can drag through. So if we take the lily liner, where are you, my lily liner? And you can disturb what's happening and create your own little pattern, which I absolutely love. It reminds me of starchy patterns. Yeah, I love that. And then let me clean this off now. So clean off that gel brush again. Put the lid on. You don't want that light going on to the brush and curing the gel and all of that.
A few people asked about courses.
So courses are available at Kirsty Meakin Academy.com. Yeah, so we have a gel conversion course, so gel polish conversion course. It's a Kirsty Meakin gel polish conversion course. So those of you that have purchased gel polish, or those of you that have already got it, or those of you that want to buy it but don't really know what to do with it and want to know every little bit about the gel polish and how to get the best from it, the conversion course is ideal. It's online, it's really easy to do, but I'm going to give you as much knowledge as I can possibly fit in to those 2 hours. So that's pretty cool. So that's at kirstymeakinacademy.com. Now, if you're on the kirstymeakin.com page, you will be able to see the Academy page right at the bottom of that page, along with the merch. So what I want to do now is I'm going to take some white gel paint. So this is white out.
What are you using to clean the brushes?
So I clean the brush. If I'm using gel, I clean them with base coat. So I clean them with our base coat gel, which is here. And then I put the lid on, I wipe them through onto some paper towel, and I leave them. So we've got some white, and then we're going to get the lily liner. I'm going to load her up. Oh, my stomach says I'm hungry. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create some abstract lines. So this is using the gel polish. It can be used with gel paint as well. Now, where's my add-on brush? Because that is also very good for cleaning up. What did they say? Put that in the lamp. What did they say?
Yeah, you have to tell insurance that you give permission for the vets to speak to them.
That's a bit stupid, isn't it? Now I'm just going to flash cure that. Back out.
Is our polish course been accredited? No. Participation certificate.
Yeah, did everyone hear that? I don't know if you can hear Vanessa very well or not. Oh, it's always in my head. It's always in my head. Whatever I'm doing is always in my head. No one ever knows.
It's a mystery until
it's always a mystery. I like the fact that designs develop as well. And then you might go, oh, why don't I just do that? Or, you know, like you can continually add to it. I obviously have a certain amount of ideas. But like shapes like evolve as you're creating the artwork as well. So I don't want to go too detailed with that. I just want to do like a simple butterfly shape. So because I'm using this brush for gel, I'm just going to clean it out with some base coat. Just to make sure, if you can see, let me see how high I can go. Maybe you can focus. So as I rub this through, it looked like it was clean, but now can you see what's happening? That bit of white is mixing with the base, that tiny bit that was on there. So it still wasn't clean, even though I wiped it off like this. So if you left it like that and you came and did another design, it would affect your colour. So it's about keeping everything nice and clean. Let's top coat. So the other tool we haven't showed you is the Abu Dhabi. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you something with the Abu Dhabi. And let me right, any questions you've got or you're thinking about, shout them up. Let us know.
Can you use top coat to clean the brush? It doesn't need to be the base coat.
You can use top coat. I just prefer to use base coat.
Someone's asked a question. I don't do nails and I don't wear nails. Why am I addicted to Kirsty's videos?
I don't know. I think it's like that whole you like to see things been made and progressed and developed. You know, like it's like you watch somebody making a cake and you just love the process of it. I think we have a lot of people like that that don't even do nails, but they watch the YouTube channel, or they join us on Instagram and things like that. And I think it's quite therapeutic, isn't it, that you're watching the process of something kind of evolving. I don't know. But whoever you are, I like you. I like you a lot. You're my kind of girl. Right, let me clean this up.
Is there any chance that your products will ship to Germany?
Not a prayer. Only because Brexit. Blame Boris Johnson. Or Joyce Bonson, as we like to call him.
His hair looks a lot smarter these days. It looks a bit less like he just got out of bed.
Oh, it looks less shaggy. Oh, wow. You should do. You really should do. Right, so I'm going to use gel paint. Don't know what's wrong with me. So I've got Nail Chemie gel paint. We do have a discount code for Nail Chemie as well. Vanessa will find out what it is.
It's Kirsty.
Oh, Kirsty. There you are.
Lowercase.
There you are. That'll give you a discount. What colours? I just love pink and purple so much. I just want to do everything pink and purple. And right, tell me what colour. You tell me what colour. It's autumn. Oh, it's pumpkin season, isn't it? Maybe we'll do a background, like a. Shall we do like a spooky background? So we do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally in your head.
You've got like. Do you know what I mean?
I can decode some things.
Yeah, in my head, like a spooky background. We'll do that. Because somebody said earlier, didn't they? They wanted to. I hope they're still with us and they're still watching, because I was so disappointed.
It's definitely very autumny today. The rain woke me.
The rain. It was so windy last night as well, wasn't it? It was windy. It's raining like you wouldn't believe. It's just an absolute nightmare, to be honest, in England at the minute. It's gone from being really quite nice for September. And then can I just say, do you know what day it is tomorrow? Do you know what day it is tomorrow? Tomorrow I will be celebrating my birthday. Oh yes, it's my birthday tomorrow. I don't know why I'm excited, because I'm just getting old. So I should really
As I get older, I get less excited for a birthday.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, it's my birthday. But my bestie is coming over and we're going for some tweets and stuff. So that's nice. That's why I'm excited.
How long's it been since you saw?
Since I saw Izzy, I don't even want to think about it, because it's too long. Because my best friend lives in Milton Keynes and I live in Stoke-on-Trent, and it's like, well, a bit far. Even though we do speak most days on FaceTime. So it's kind of like we have seen each other. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's my birthday. It's my 43rd birthday. I am so old. But anyway, on with the nails. I'm going to base coat.
The most part you finally turning 30 with a winky face.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That one.
That's the one. Finally now, after all these years. After all these plus 13 years. Sorry, I know you can't see me, sorry. I'm just going to put, I've got a different tip. I wish it was a natural tip, but I can't find any more natural tips. even though they might have arrived via the powers of Amazon. I don't know, not check the phone or the front door for that matter.
Ding.
So base coat, and then we're going to use the nail cutters, gel paints. We're going to create a spooky background using these abba-dabba, abba-dabba, abba-dabba-doo, abba-dabba-doo. Maybe I should have called it that, actually. Maybe I should have called it abba-dabba-doo. Where are you? No, Scooby-Doo would have gone a bit mad with me, wouldn't he? Right, so let me just get these out. So when you get your abba dabba out, I'm not seeing it. Awesome. This is where Kirsty pulls out a clitoris stimulator for a birthday. I'm joking, that's not what I thought myself for my birthday. The rest is all holding the biggest pair of scissors up at me.
And you use him.
I don't think these are it. Oh, hold on. Has Amazon done me proud? Oh, well, they're them ones. I've got some more of them. Anyway, do I do it on that? Should I do it on that?
No.
The only thing I don't like about, and I'll just be like, this is right. The one thing I don't like about these kind of tips are, I like them because they're natural, but I don't like this, like, big lump at the back. It's like, I mean, I know Faye likes an Apex, but that's like Fapex on steroids. It's just all in the wrong place. So when you're doing nail art, it like goes, just jumps down at the back. So it's like, yeah. They're all right. Different ones. I've ordered different ones, but I couldn't get the ones that I wanted. Why is there something else?
There's like 3 parcels.
There's 3 parcels! She's only bought me 1 parcel in! You just turned 48 and have 3 grandkids. Oh my God, Duck. You have got your hands full. You have, Colleen. Oh, thank you, Sandra, for ordering the brush bundle. That's so sweet of you.
I'm going to guess that. France.
It's like we're doing it. Here, there's these ones. I couldn't get the ones I wanted in everything from me. I've ordered these ones. This is all on Amazon stuff, you know, cheap chips. It's only for doing nail art on it, do you know what I mean? So these are more like salon length nails, which isn't bad for doing demos on stuff. Oh no, there's other things I've ordered. Do you know when you see things and when you're on Amazon and it says like, ooh,
people also brought this.
People also brought this, and I was like, oh, so yeah, they like the you know, the ones we've got on the display, but no, do you know what I mean? I just buy too much nail shit all the time. I've got problems.
This doesn't really need to specifically be nail things, does it? Just like a bit of online shopping.
I just buy random shit. I've got problems. Right, okay. So, I'm going to get my Brendeck brush because this is going to be perfect for this design. So we've got the Brendeck brush, which is our gel brush. I will need a little bit of cleansing. Not cleanser, sorry. A little bit of clean-up solution. We've got a bit of clean-up solution there because we're going to be changing colours, and we'll also need a little bit of base coat as well. But I'm going to put my colours on here first. So we've got purple, black, and I bet you can't tell the difference between them two, but you will, promise. Bit of white, bit of white, and the nail, of course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the black. See, it's in my head now. I've just got to figure out. Right, okay, so we're going to do black around the edges. So this is black gel paint. So get it on. And I'm just going to come in to the centre. Like that. And I feel that. Just because I need something in the background, just to give a little bit of depth before we start to do the abba-dabba business. Right, now we're going to come with a second layer. Same again, we'll bring that in. I'm going to take, now this is one little trick that I do. So sponges like to collect fluffage. If you don't know what fluffage is, you know, the little bits of lint and all that crap that wants to go on the nail. Well, here's how to get it off. Take a sculpting foam, roll around, it takes off all the little fibres that do your head in. I don't know if you can see on there or not. Little fibres that it's taken off. So any bits of fluff, yeah, I'll just take that off. Right, so I just want to soften that a little bit. Cure that. Then what I'm going to do is
What is it you're using?
that is a back of a sculpting foam.
The gel paint, gel polish.
It's gel paint. Then I'm going to take the purple.
What brand of gel paint is
So
that?
this gel paint is Nail Coming. Oh, that's not a bit the other one. Ah. Definitely need to put a thicker layer on with that. So let's clean this brush. So I'm first of all going in with a little bit of clean-up solution. Drag that out. Because gel paint is really pigmented, that's why I'm going to use the clean-up solution. And now I'm going to paint the purple on, which I know you can't. On camera, it'll probably look like the whole nail's black, but it definitely isn't. It does, doesn't it, on camera? Can you just see
It does from here, I can't.
Yeah, I can see it.
Not very close though.
Then we're going to take some of the purple and some of the white and mix like a lilac colour. Okay. Take that. Be as messy as you like, but we just want to get that in the middle. And we're going to build with this. Take your sponge. Create that sort of like ghosting in the middle. So that's your first layer. Let's mix again. Pat, 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 pat. Cure that. And then I just want to use the purple around these edges here. So you can paint it on. You don't need to be nice and neat or anything like that, because the Abba Dabba is going to do the work for you. Okay. And I'm going to go in with the same sponge that has a tiny bit of that sort of lavender colour. And I'm just going to pat around those edges. And what it'll do is it'll create like a gorgeous little blend. So you get that sort of ghosting purple throughout the middle of that nail. So just cleaning that gel paint out of it. Then I'm going to go and use, I'm definitely going to go back to the base. Because I want all the pigment out of that. And you can see that there's a little bit of lilac coming out. It'll just force it out and then pull out that residue, pinching your brush to reshape it, and that brush is good to go again. Put the lid on. Don't want the light to get to it. Right, so now I'm going to put the matte top coat on. So I've tried lots of different ways. If you're using just acrylic paint, then you can clean them kind of like you do with like a makeup sponge. Do not try to clean them with anything with IPA in it, so isopropyl alcohol, because it will just break down the sponge and it'll be no good. So it is impossible to cure them, to clean them with gel painting. But one of the viewers earlier said she puts them in a sort of airtight container that the sunlight doesn't get to, so she can reuse them again, so it doesn't cure. And obviously there's no dust that gets on it, so that's quite cool as well.
Do you ever use any brush cleaning solutions on your brushes?
Hell to the no. Because brush cleaners ruin your brushes. Everyone that I've used just disintegrate your brushes. I always use either the gel IPA or water, obviously, for acrylic. So, spooky background, what I'm going to do is use, I want to use the Tack Freeze Black Gel Paint, which is here. They have two different gel paints. They have, let me show you. So this is for tack free stamping, and then this one's just gel painting. So this is stamping and painting. This is tack free. That's why we're using that one. So we've got the Lily Liner brush. And we're going to create some spooky like little trees coming in. You got my phone?
Yeah.
Who is it? Who is it? Oh. Nobody's an important thing.
Yeah. Someone's asked if the Silver Starter kit will be back in stock. It is in stock, but it's currently unavailable in some countries due to shipping issues.
Yeah, so whereabouts are you from? Maybe that's the issue. Sorry, I go all quiet when I start to concentrate. So, can you see? That's some spooky trees. And then, let's clean this off. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to get, this is exciting. Right. Let me just check these colours. Oh, there's some nice orange. I think orange and purple look so cool together. Absolutely love them. Let's have a little bit more. So, oh, I'm covered in it. I'm going to use my one stroke brushes. So I've got the Cassidy one stroke, and then I've got the Babacass. These are going to come into play right now. I'm excited. So these are gel paints. So before we used gel polish, didn't we? Now I think I'm going to have to do a white underlay because that is not going to be strong enough. Definitely not. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the white paint I've got here that's out already. I'm going to use the Miko gel. So I've got the Miko gel brush, yeah. So that's going to pick up a nice amount of product. It's going to lay it down nice. It's got a nice rounded tip. So I'm going to lay down this shape first of all. And I'm sure you can guess what I am painting with this shape maybe. Maybe, maybe not. Pop that in. Clean my brush. Anybody got anything exciting to tell me today? Is it anybody else's birthday tomorrow? Or is anybody else a Libra? I know it doesn't let you go back that far. A juicy butt. A juicy butt. I like that. It's a juicy butt I'm posting. Sorry. I'm such a child.
What is the name of that brush again? What brush are you using?
The one that I've just used is the Miko gel. So it's the Miko gel. So it's got a rounded, soft tip. Then I'm going to use the one stroke, the Cassidy one stroke. So, I might even use. Oh yeah, I'm going to use the other one now. Definitely going to use the other one, and I'm quite excited to use the other one because they're so tiny. Where are you,
Mallory is a Libra as well.
Oh, see,
It's Hannah's birthday Friday.
Happy birthday, Hannah, on Friday.
Chloe's birthday on Saturday.
Happy birthday, belated birthday.
Tia is also a Libra.
See, I'm so indecisive. I wonder if anybody else is like that. It's Libra. So,
Your mum's birthday is the same day as yours, and you're both always late for everything in the universe.
is your mum's birthday the same as
Yeah.
mine? Oh, you'll never forget my birthday then, will you, Vanessa?
Well, when we did that party for you, a couple of years ago,
Oh, yeah.
my dad had already planned something for my mum, and we were going away for my mum's birthday because it's the same day.
Rude. Rude. I just think that's
So I
rude.
always miss your birthday.
I think that's just rude. Let me just do that the other way around. Sorry. So what are you doing? What are you doing tomorrow then? For your mum's birthday?
Not much tomorrow.
Do you know it's my birthday tomorrow though, don't you? Just saying.
Don't know, I haven't mentioned it sometimes.
Yeah, I think.
There's a couple that's in library in the house, right? I'm going to go with Bimming Libra and autocorrect is stepping in.
Yeah, autocorrect screen.
Poking its nose in where it's not wanted.
I don't like this gel paint for one string at all. I think I would much prefer to use Acrylic Paint. But I'm going to leave that little bit of gel on there for the background. Isn't it amazing how you just come across these things and you're like, yeah, that's not the greatest.
Oh well, Diane's granddaughter was 15 tomorrow. When she was born, she weighed 1 pound and 4 ounces.
Oh my god.
That is
£1.
really tiny.
Because you like, do you know when you like, oh, I've lost a bit of weight, I've lost £1. Her granddaughter was just over that. That is crazy. That's crazy. Is she still tiny? I wonder. That's quite interesting, huh? Right, so I'm going to use acrylic paint just because I think that other one was on that one there. a little bit, a bit. So, let's get some paints out.
Can the US join your workshop?
Yes, we have people from all over the world on our workshops.
Greece, Australia,
Mm-hmm.
America.
Yeah, South Africa, Canada. We've had them from everywhere.
There's another place in Europe or something, but I'm lying, I'm black.
Yeah, we have them from all. We have students from all over the world on our workshops, on the online workshops, and it's just really nice that, because to be fair, we do a lot of chatting as well, and it's quite a social event. It's amazing to meet people from all over the world. It's amazing. I love it. Right, I want to clean that one as well. Make sure I clean that. I don't want to mess my brushes up. Right, so Babcass. The old babby. I am going to see if we can blend red and yellow and see how orange we can make this. Orange. Now orange, we can work it. Right. Let's take off the sticky layer of the darken. And come across.
Jennifer's dating a few months and her partner is treating her to the full shebang and brush bundle.
Oh my God, your partner is the best. He's clearly after something. If he's treating you that much, that's lovely. That's lovely though, that is, that you know, using your birthday to get all the goodies you want. Mind you, that's what I do. Do you know what I'm having for my birthday? I'm having a bedspread.
Is that a favourite?
No.
Was it, so you say something about you like one should go?
Oh, I like the one that it is the same one that is on. So I was like, I need that in my life. That is beautiful. And like, I just remember the days of like when you used to buy, you know, meaningless stuff, I suppose. You know, that you don't really need. But I'm actually having a new bedspread. That's where it's got to. That's how old I am. So I want it on. I need some more tissue to clean my brush.
When I was 21, I knew I was officially an adult because I got a sat nav.
Is that what you got for your birthday? A sat nav? Were you really disappointed?
I did want one.
You did?
I did. It was just like, it's officially adult now. When you get a sat nav for your birthday.
Oh my God. Well, you don't even like, would you even use that now?
I did do. But you have to keep them updated. So you have to plug them in your computer and update.
Yeah, because, you know, there's no need, is there now? Because just because it's on your phone, everything's just so accessible, isn't it now?
And you can't Google a place's name, like a shop or something like that, and it'll come up on a sat nav.
It won't.
No, so your phone, you put the name of, say I wanted to go to Alton Towers, just put Alton Towers and done. So now you've got to find postcode, you've got to put postcode in. And it's like, what street number do you want to go to? I'm like, I don't know, just Alton Town.
Just Alton Towers, thanks. Just like take me there. So you can see by doing the one strokes, I'm definitely better. I mean, I just love doing one stroke with acrylic paint, to be honest with you. That's what I like best.
From Virginia, Australia, Washington State.
Wow.
Nashville.
Wow.
Tennessee.
Bloody brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I just love people of the world.
I think that's pronounced Maine, USA. British pronouncing things correctly. Wow, so lovely. Texas.
Fabulous. I'd like to go to Texas. Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Minnesota. We've got Essex.
Essex. Good old Essex.
Philadelphia.
Right, I'm going to use the black gel paint. And we're going to go around the outside of our little pumpkin to frame it. And then we are going to, I need to get steady. Get steady, Eddie. Do you want me to do red? A little red for you. We're going to
Norfolk and Cumbria in the UK.
nice.
Bristol.
Bristol. I always think Bristol's just so far away from us. Like, because we're like Stoke-on-Trent. It's just so far away. Like, crazy. So we've got a little pumpkin there. I'm just going to cure that bit of gel paint. And then what I want to do is, because we've got that matte background, haven't we? Got a gorgeous matte background, and then we've got the shiny trees that are like creeping in. They're shiny because they're the gel that's shiny, not obviously. What am I even talking about? I've been doing this too long. How many hours have we been in? Wow.
And a half.
No. Yeah. Oh my god. Right. Okay. So I won't keep you too much longer, unless you want to chat shit all day with me. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to use the top coat. It says shiny top coat. The glassy. I'm running out of space on the palette. I need like a bigger palette. This is my empty bottle. That's not what I want. Here we go. Let's put some of this in. So top coat. I'm gonna use the Cassidy detailer and pick up. Can we all see all right? Now you've got to get the edges nice and neat. Don't let it spill over the edge. And coat that with a generous coat. I'm going to do the little thing there. Pop that in the lamp.
you going to Professional Beauty London?
I am going to Professional Beauty London. I am judging the nail competitions at Professional Beauty London. I'm just going to raise some sections with more top coat. So I did every other section. So I knew I wasn't going to touch a section that was wet with gel polish already, or gel top coat. I just want it to be slightly raised. So we just have those little ripples. I'm just flash curing it each time for about 10 seconds, and then going on the other section. There's just one little section I want to add to.
Erin's watching the subtitles, but it's butchering the words because of your accent.
Oh, get out. Are you kidding me? What is it? What am I saying? Is it like completely broken English? But yeah, I've got a broad Stokey accent, so it's, you know, just one of them things, Doc. Just a bit common.
What does Tarduck mean?
Tarduck. So when I say Tarduck, it means thank you.
I don't think you can get more Stoke than that phrase.
Right, so I'm gonna make this a little bit closer for you so you can see it. I'm gonna bring it in close. Because don't forget, this is just off the cuff. We spoke about designs and I just went, sorry, we'll do this. So I'll show you a bit closer. There. So the Abu Dhabi gave us that spooky faded background. And then with, can you see how this is like raised? It's like, ooh. It's like a pumpkin at the bottom. And we use quite a lot of different brushes there. So we used the Casper Detailer, we used Babacass, we used Lily Liner, the Abu Dhabi, the Miko Gel. There you are. I hope you like it. I think, are we done? Have I done everything?
Are you going to do more?
So do you want to recap on what there is available? Jesus Christ, I've been here a while. I'm bloody starving. I'm starving and I'm sorry. It's time for that. And it's time for a refill.
Sparkle. somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, yeah. Not here though. Right, so we have. Oh, just go on there. Hey, watch, we can make it right, Spooky. Are you ready? What did it look like? Because I couldn't see it. Did you see it?
You could see.
Yeah.
It kind of needs to be slower to be a bit spookier, but yeah, it was there. It was quite funny.
Oh, I'm not very good at that special effects business. I'll leave that to Adam. Right, so if you want the full kit, you get, it's around 20% off, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 20%. You get 20% off if you buy the full kit because you get it at a discounted price. So you get the Abu Dhabi with 6 of these. You get the Miko gel, the nice rounded tip. You get the Cassidy 1 stroke, and you get the Babacas, which is, I use the 1 stroke, absolutely love it. It gives you those tiny little, you know, it closes in that rose, that little swirl. You've got the Lily Liner, which I use lots and lots and lots, and you'll see that in lots of videos on the YouTube channel coming up. Got the Cassidy Detailer, which I use loads as well. To be fair, I use most of them. The Brendeck, which is for gel. I also used it for gel paint today to cover the nail, and you can use it for your poly gel or your acrylic gel. And then you've got the 3D Adam, which we use with any thick gel. You can use it with acrylic as well. It's vegan. And then we've got the Fade, which is the gorgeous ombre brush, which I love. And famous. And then, hold on, what we up to? We've got Miko gel, done that already. Messy Nessie, which is the finest detailer your eyes ever did see. Honestly, only the aquarelle one. So this is the Aqua Brush. So this is for doing all your aquarelle designs like this. Or here's one I did earlier. Is that all of them? It is. So you get in total
11.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So you get 11 all together. And don't they just look absolutely stunning all together like that? Beautiful. So here's some stuff I've done for you today. How exciting. Yeah, so I think it's early drinks for me because it's my birthday tomorrow. So
Birthday Eve.
My birthday eve, so I have a drink for me and have a wonderful day. I feel like I want to do the old Bailey saying make good choices. I don't know if any of you watch Bailey Sarah, but I do. But yeah, thank you so much for all my birthday wishes, and thank you so much for joining us today. I know we've been on an age, but I've absolutely loved doing this and showing you all the brushes we've developed because they took a long time to do, and I'll only create the best for you and brushes that will help you to create awesome nail art. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram and all that shebang. Head over to kirstymeakin.com and you will see what you can get. I'll see you later.